Hey, I'm Hannah Bell. I live in Starkville, Mississippi, and I graduated from the W in Columbus in 2017. While I was in college, I did an internship at the hospital here in Starkville, and they hired me part-time through my internship, which was exciting because then I was getting paid to be there. So once I graduated, they hired me full-time, and the title that I was hired under was exercise specialist. Since I've been there, I've kind of taken on more hats. I'm the aquatic coordinator there, and I'm a certified pool operator. So I hire and train new staff, and I'm certified through American Red Cross as a lifeguard instructor and a swim instructor. So I can train other lifeguards, and throughout the summertime, I teach a good bit of swim lessons. In addition to that, I also personal train and teach aerobic classes. We are more, excuse me, we're more of like special populations because we share a building with physical therapy and cardiac rehab. So a lot of my clients and things like that have come from there. A lot of them have conditions such as like neuropathy and things like that. So that's what makes them more of a special population than just like the general healthy individual. But I really enjoy that. I teach boot camp twice a week and HIIT twice a week. I like real fast-paced, exciting things. So that's why I teach more of that than yoga, which I do love yoga, but I like to pump up and encourage people, and it's just a lot of fun for me. Those classes are not so much special populations. That's more of our general public, which are healthy and fit. So that's a little bit about my job. I'm married, and I have a son. I've been married for about 3 years, and my son is a year and a half. And that's been a lot of fun. He's real sweet. His name is James Michael. My husband and I, we own a food truck here in Starkville. He graduated from culinary school, so we opened up our food truck like right as the pandemic hit. So we've had to adapt and make a lot of changes, but that was a real fun adventure for us going to get the food truck. We got it in Washington, D.C., and while we were there, we got to eat at a 3 Michelin star restaurant, which was an amazing experience. And we actually went to the last NBA game before it was canceled. So that was a lot of fun, really cool experience. That was my first NBA game to go to. So we hope to get to go back to DC one day. We toured all the things, but it was a relatively short trip. So aside from working for the hospital full-time, I also help with our food truck, what I would consider full-time. I do all of our social media and planning and booking and things like that. And we have a brick and mortar that's downtown in Starkville that we are transitioning to be more of a like storefront where people can come in and get like little sweet treats and sandwiches to go and just like smaller menu items. But I guess some of my goals in life would be to be there more hands-on. I really enjoy the field that I'm in now, and I think that I would really enjoy teaching, and I actually like a lot of the online things, so I think that in my dream world I would teach online, and then I would be more hands-on with our food truck business and catering, and just more of the wedding side of things. As far as like things that I enjoy doing, I love to run. I actually ran my first half marathon this time last year. My son was 6 months old, so that was like a goal I had set for myself, is to run a half marathon after I had my baby. So I did it 6 months after he was born, and I probably would have done it a little bit sooner, but I had to have a C-section. So and I did well. I did it in under 2 hours, so that was my goal. and because I didn't really train that much for it. So, but I love running and I love working out, and I just love being outdoors. My husband and I, we live out on the outskirts of Starkville. We live on 10 acres but have surrounding land with us, so it's just real nice to have your own privacy and just be outside. And we've got 3 big dogs, so they love it. But other than that, I find enneagrams really real interesting. I'm a 3-winged 2, if you're familiar with enneagrams. What that means is just success oriented. That would be my 3, and then my 2 is a helper. So I enjoy doing well in life, and I'm constantly like trying to do better in life, and also like helping others do really well in life. So sometimes through my expense, I'm not real good at setting boundaries, and I can often give too much of my time away. So that's something that I'm trying to work on. But if you know what your Enneagram is, I'd be interested to know. But I think that's about it about me. Thanks. Hope y'all have a great semester.